All right, so these gamers have worked hard to get to this place in the tournament. They have worked their way up, winning those races and coming close in those ones that they haven't won in order to earn their spot here. We got LightRon showing us some face. Alright, so coming in with these two incredibly good gamers, I am expecting to see a great race, and I am expecting to see potentially 2 sub-hours here. Mats can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all of Stravos' races have been sub-hour. Does that sound right to you? Enemy?
That seems about right. Most of his races very, very quick. I think if I remember correctly, he's only lost once to Tyrone.
One hasn't? Okay. So out of like 10 races, 9 have been sub-hour essentially. Yeah, only one loss. Okay. And losing to Tyrone, does that even really count? You know, when you're losing to Tyrone, you know, it's barely a loss at all.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Did we lose the enemy?
Yeah, I kicked him out.
You did. I see.
No, he's on vacation right now, which is not really conducive to commentating when the people that you're on vacation with are playing in the other room. So yeah, anime wanted to step out. I am going to be here. You're stuck with me, basically. I'm sorry.
He just drops me without saying a word. Dang.
Oh, I mean, you get me, right? PogChamp? No response. Sag, awkward.
Just, you know, I'm very shocked. You know, like, this guy just picks up and dumps me without saying anything.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the average runs and all that good stuff. Might as well take a look at those here.
Ooh, we got stats.
Oh yeah, we got the stats. Best run comparison, a minute off. Average run comparison, a little over a minute off. LightRon not hitting that sub-hour average. Strav keeping it well underneath. And slowest run from LightRon a 102.18. That dino skip bonk there is a little bit rough as well. Don't want to be falling behind a Strav early on.
Ooh, no. Definitely not. Stravos is not the kind of person that you want to count on to make a mistake.
Certainly not out of the question, though.
Yeah, it's not out of the question, but, you know, we can just see by looking at his statistics that he's been playing really great games. Like we said, only one loss. Only one of his runs wasn't sub-hour, and the one that wasn't sub-hour was barely over. So LightRon's going to definitely have to play on the top of his game if he wants to beat Stravos here.
Very true.
We're going to need to see him pull out an excellent run, probably low 59, would be my prediction.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm going to be really honest, I'm kind of a LightRon fanboy, so I know I'm a believer in LightRon. I know there's some chatters in the chat room that are believers in LightRon. I think it can happen.
I'm saying it can happen. I'm just saying he'll probably need to get a low 59 in order for it to happen.
Yeah. Stravos, I feel like, is probably... I feel like if we were to have predictions for like what the bracket would look like, I feel like Stravos and Tyrone in the finals probably the #1 predicted, especially with how the bracket is set up.
Right. I mean, that's a very safe bet. You know, Stravos and Tyrone in the finals. That's a very, like, if you want to, you know, have the least amount of chance in your bet, that would be the safest bet. Both of them are incredible runners, very consistent, and have shown that they are great playing in races. However, you know, I have said before, I love the Cinderella story, and, you know, I would not be hurt to see a little bit of a Cinderella story come here.
Yeah, LightRon could definitely be my Cinderella any day. That's all I'm gonna say as we are rolling into
Ooh,
the
ooh.
next kingdom here.
Oh, whoa.
I was debating on whether or not to say that, but you know, I mean, it's out there now. It's out there in the world.
Hopefully he's listening.
I don't think LightRon listens while playing. Could be wrong though.
He's not wearing headphones, so he's probably not listening to us, I would guess, but... Alright, reverse town from Stravos. He should make it, no problem. LightRon is not going for reverse town, going for the traditional stand route, so there are going to be a couple of route changes that we're going to have to keep in mind.
Yeah, stand's been a bit of a hot topic recently. That's for sure.
It has, especially with the new clip that people have been implementing very recently within the last month. Anytime that there's like a route change to any percent, it's always talk.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and already got some pretty sizable variation here. LightRon going for normal town movement. Stravos doing it in reverse. And I don't know, I'm not super sure if they both go for the quick sand route. I know Stravos is definitely going to go for it. LightRon, I feel like I'd be surprised if he didn't, but it's definitely not 100% certainty.
Right, I mean, there's only one way to find out, and it may be one of those things that they're only gonna go for if they're feeling confident or something. So, who knows? Stravos got a good bullet bill jam there. LightRon looks good as well on his. Stravos going for the single bill over to the tower and then for reverse Jaxie. Excellent movement so far by both of them.
Yeah, LightRon just going to opt to go for standard sand routing.
And I mean, he could just be going within this situation what he feels comfortable with. He may not want to take the risk of adding something so new into a race where he knows that he's going to have to play very well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's definitely a couple different ways you can look at new strats. I think it's probably smart to take in consideration like how hard the new strats are. Like a full reroute of a kingdom when you're this deep into like a league like this. I mean, they've been playing just within this, you know, sort of branch of the tournament for like, what, 2.5 months now? So to suddenly be like, okay, I'm gonna just change my entire sand routing here in the last like 2 races, like it's kind of crazy.
Stravos got an excellent clip there, very fast. Just hope he stays out of bounds here. Perfect. So Stravos definitely having an optimal Sand Kingdom here. LightRon, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with what he did. You know, he had good movement, he had, you know, good moon grabs, good tricks. Stravos is just going for the much harder route with the fast sand and the reverse town.
Yeah, I think overall probably saving like 7 or so seconds just in routing over LightRon. But the only thing that I could really think of that LightRon's like made a mistake on so far is that one bonk in Cascade. So dude's definitely blasting. He's playing really good. And we got to just see, you know, are both these players going to keep that up throughout the rest of the kingdoms? Because other than that, I feel like both players are probably going to go for the same routing. The only big question in my mind will be Luncheon later on. But, you know, Lake Kingdom, Wooded, all those kingdoms are going to be pretty much the same deal. Just how well they execute.
Exactly. 10:04 sand exit from Stravos. Very good pace. Anything under 10 minutes is considered like excellent, and considering Stravos did not do DSS, which saved 7 seconds, if he had, he would have been on sub 10. LightRon like 10:33. So routing is making up some of the difference, as well as probably Stravos is just slightly better movement. LightRun's movement is still excellent, by no doubts, but Stravos is just teeny tiny bit better.
Yeah, you don't start knocking on the door of 58 without having some pretty sick movement. LightRon here. Second into the late kingdom. Stravos gonna be lining up for late clip now. First cap throw, not gonna connect. Couple of misses there.
Yep, so did the third throw. Not a huge time loss, just a little bit. Luckily, he didn't bonk his head or bathtub. Just a little bit of time loss.
Yeah, but I mean, as a LightRon supporter, we got to be counting our blessings with these fails here. As LightRon is just slamming through late clip here. Very beautiful stuff from him. Catching up a bit.
Yep, first try for LightRon, which is definitely good for him. Even, you know, just saving that minuscule time save, it still counts for something.
Definitely a W. How long has late clip been in the route? I feel like late clip's been in the route for like ever.
Years. Literal years.
Such a wild like flip. In terms of like the routing at any percent, it's pretty out there. It's kind of crazy how early it was found.
Yeah, I mean, corner clips, you know, are incorporated all over longer routes as well. They're not just incorporated into any percent, but also the longer runs. And there's something we've known about for a while. There's roll cancel clips, corner clips, basically anywhere where 2 walls meet or a ceiling and a wall meet.
Or there are just a
you
wall.
can clip through.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or just a wall.
Walls in Nintendo games are generally just suggestions. Like, you know, you should probably color inside the lines, but if you go outside them a little bit, you know, no big deal.
Well, Nintendo doesn't exactly want you to do that.
Yeah, I mean, as long as things don't happen in, like, regular casual gameplay, I feel like developers don't really care too much, but they certainly didn't intend for you to go out of bounds, for sure.
Well, they did patch a couple of the clips that speedrunners did, such as Sphinx clip in 1.0. They patched that, and Turnip clip in Luncheon in 1.0. They also patched that one.
Yeah, patching, like, clips like that is very strange to me. Especially when it's such like a niche thing.
Yeah, it's really almost impossible for a casual gamer for them to run across that, but Nintendo decided, nah, we don't want you doing this.
No fun. I'm just happy there's still some pretty cool stuff in the game in 1.3 because like 1.3 saves so much time and loads that like even if 1.0 had like a minute in time saves, it's like, is it really that worth it to go for all that crazy stuff when you can literally save time just going kingdom to kingdom and like
yeah, not only did 1.3 save us time on loads, it really fixed all of our leaderboards. But before 1.3, it was separated into 1.0 and 1.2. There was big divide. In order to go fastest, you had to factory reset your Switch and have a physical cartridge, and then Nintendo decided, hey, let's fix all their problems. They made 1.3, which was the fastest overall.
Absolutely.
And the most current version. Ooh, big raid coming in, Tyrone18. Welcome in, Raiders, to the Cool Cat Gang. We are watching the Any Percent League. We got Stravos96 versus LightRon. Hope you guys all enjoy. Hope you had a good stream, Tyrone.
Yeah, glad you guys could join us here, and very happy to see both players grab a nut clip here. We've had a lot of nut clip misses. Actually, yesterday in Dansta versus Buster Tuggy, I think both of them had some nut clip mishaps. Oh, okay, LightRon. I almost spoke too soon there. That was almost a little bit of a dangerous situation as
Nah, we're fine.
bonking inbound.
We're cool. No worries.
This is what you call a Monka steer situation from LightRon. Like, yeah, we're keeping it together, but like that was scary all over the place.
All right, see you, Tyrone. Thanks for the raid. Excellent movement. We're moving on here through the Wooded Kingdom on both ends.
Yeah, Stravos having some little bit of weird champ moments there for a second, but I think LightRon's a little flustered right now. I feel like that out of bounds section on that clip kind of got to him a little bit. Needs to like recuperate a little. Unfortunately, you don't have like any cutscenes to watch for the rest of the Wooded. It's just kind of like go, go, go. So it doesn't get a breather quite yet, but at least we're making it through the rest of the kingdom, and we seem to be cleaning up those small movements as we go.
Yeah, you don't really get a proper, you know, exhale moment until you get to the Odyssey.
Yeah, luckily you can't skip all the cutscenes in this game. You can't skip a majority of them. I'm a huge fan of cutscenes and speedruns. I know most people hate cutscenes and they want to just go, but like, I feel like we would have so many more hand problems in speedrunning if it weren't for cutscenes. Like, speedrunners like to never ever take breaks. Like, if you go watch like a Mario 64 streamer with like the practice ROM, like some of them will straight up just go for like 4 hours without like giving their hands a rest, and like that can get really, really bad really, really quickly if you're doing that like every day for a week or like a month. Like, you gotta take care of your hands.
Absolutely. I can definitely agree with that statement. Not only take care of your hands, but take care of yourself in general. Take the time to stand up, stretch your legs, drink water, you know, all of those things that are good in keeping you healthy.
Yeah, regular human stuff. That's just good too. So LightRon here falling a little bit further behind in the Wooded Kingdom. We got some big question marks coming up, right? I mean, Lost Kingdom has been a real confusing area for a lot of these runners. I mean, we've seen runners from, you know, the slowest in the league all the way up to Tyrone having issues in Lost Kingdom, dying, getting kleptoed. Certainly nobody is immune, and we are about to pull up right now. We will see what happens.
Oh, we got LightRon hydrating. Perfect.
Let's go! Perfect. Oh, what's that? A Bowser fight? I mean, what are these clouds? Cloud Kingdom's really pretty. I'm super sad.
It is very pretty.
I was recording all these like animated backgrounds for the stream layouts, and to do it I needed to use like, there's a glitch that you use the binoculars and you can like get rid of the like user interface.
Oh yeah, there's no binoculars.
There's no binoculars here. There's no binoculars in Snow Kingdom. Like, why? Come on. I guess there's not much to see here, which makes sense, but Snow Kingdom kind of got me.
Alright, so leaving Wooded Kingdom, LightRon was about 28 seconds behind Stravos, which is not unrecoverable, but it's definitely noteworthy. I did notice Stravos did not go for the hint art, so he's going to need to go for that in Metro.
Did LightRon get it?
I don't think he did.
Definitely not the hugest thing in the world, but it's pretty important. Those little things do add up over time. Stravos here going for meme tree. But
you
yeah,
know,
it does get it.
Meme tree, same thing, right?
Like I said before, never made a mistake. till
Nope,
earlier today.
never.
When I almost screwed up the schedule for today, but that's fine. We're all here. We're all gaming, so that's nice. Keep pointing out that Stravos has enough coins already. Which is the power of grabbing those chests, right? You get to go into the Sphinx room in this route. You do quicksand.
You got that in there? Well, I did not see him get it. Am I like blind or something? Like, I could have swore he didn't go for it.
See, this is why we just need Matsy to be in the booth, doing the stats, restreaming. If Matsy was in charge of everything, the one-man army, I think we'd be all in a better place.
Alright, they're both having a pretty good Lost Kingdom so far. Yeah, no, he went for the Sphinx room, but he didn't get any of the coins in there.
Which, you know, this is a great time to bring up the volunteer sheet. If you think you can do a much better job than us in commentary, you're probably not too far off. Might wanna volunteer. We're definitely not desperate.
Don't hate on us until you actually do it yourself, is what he's saying.
I know, I'm actually saying we're desperate. I literally spend so much time in DMs like, hey, you got any time to commentate? Hey, you got any time to commentate? SMO commentators are very rare. So we do appreciate everybody in the booth very muchly.
Okay, well, they both got through Lost pretty much unscathed, I would say. LightRon did not do reverse repeatal. But, you know, it's not a huge time loss. But no one died, no one got kleptoed. You know, there was no major meltdowns.
I still can't recover from the fact that I thought that was Goomba Heck for like 2 years. Every single time I see that jump.
Hecking a Goomba, but it's a different kind of Goomba Heck.
I think someone said it as a meme one time, and I was just like, oh man, that's it. Yeah, Stravos having a little bit of movement clubs there, not a huge deal.
I mean, City Hall interior is a hard place.
Doing some sick parkour.
This movement is by no means easy.
Yeah, I mean, those certainly weren't mistakes, right? They were just pretty cool freestyle moves from Stravos.
Yeah, you're essentially doing parkour here. LightRon not far behind. The City Hall interior is going good so far. Get this big yeet over the chasm. You can jump from the lower platform where the chest is. Not a ton of people do that, but you can make it.
Sounds scary.
It can be consistent if you know what you're doing. Ooh, Stravos missed a bubble. Let's see if he's able to back it up. Okay. Was able to back it up, did take a hit of damage. Probably didn't back it up as fast as he would like to. But was able to recover in time to make the cycle.
Yeah, and LightRon definitely keep it in this one. I mean, in the Mecha Wiggler fight, just as Stravos is closing it out. Hard to say that, you know, LightRon is irreversibly behind at this point. There's so many points in the run still where Stravos could have a hard time, and we literally saw him struggling a little bit with City Hall movement, so Stravos not looking super ultra comfortable.
Let's see. Oh, LightRon got all of his shots first try, so he didn't need to back him up at all. So we'll save a little bit of time on Stravos for just having a better shooting pattern.
Yeah, dude, definitely gaming hard.
In order for these gamers to progress further in the tournament, they are going to have to take the win here. So, if they want to keep going, they're gonna have to get the W.
I was about to take a look at the stat sheet to see how the leads are going, but then Stravos split and the sheet is... Okay, never mind, it's fixed now. It was indicating that Stravos was behind by 4,444,444,444 seconds, which I don't think was accurate.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Alright, neither of them got drive-by scoot clip. Both of them just bonked on the cage once, so neither of them are going to be losing time on that. Stravos is just going to hit all the cans there.
Yeah, and Stravos
Spin throw.
grabbing the gambling moon here, doing some slots. That's definitely a place where you can see runners like lose quite a bit of time for like pretty much nothing. Like if you just miss one of the moon spins, like it's a pretty good chunk of time right there.
Yeah, and you lose coins as well.
That is a good point. How much does this game cost? 10 coins?
10. I have seen it where people have to like go and scavenge for a couple of coins if they missed it because they don't have enough.
Oh man, that's rough. I guess there's some right outside. It's not too bad. As long as you don't have too few there. Yeah, LightRon actually saving 3 seconds in that night metro, so it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but...
3 seconds is a lot of time.
Yeah, as far as like race mentality goes, like just knowing that you had a really solid like kingdom can go a long way.
Yeah, at the level these runners are at, 3 seconds is a lot of time, so...
Oh!
Oop.
Oh my goodness, LightRon, where are you at? I've never seen someone make that mistake, but that is honestly not that horrible. It's just very
I was
strange.
watching Stravos, so I didn't even see it. I just saw Stravos bonk by the pool.
I'm not sure exactly how he ended up there, but he ended up like, you know, when you jump over to the trash moon, he was down by the purple coins, like right underneath. There's that little
Okay.
scaffolding area. But we didn't fall all the way down. We saw that yesterday out of one of the runners, and it was a pretty hard pill to swallow, you could tell. Seeing exclamation point SM64 in the chat room. There is no currently announced SM64 tournament, although can assure you it will be returning.
Yeah, no reverse people room, but, you know, does he really need it, is the question. You know, right now, they're not really trying to PB, they're trying to win. So, whatever is the best strategy to win is the one they're probably gonna take. Stravos leaving Metro, LightRon not far behind.
Yeah, literally just like an exit cutscene behind here.
What is it, like 25 seconds-ish difference?
Oh man, Stravos getting the soggy overalls. Disturbing.
No, neither of them missed nut clip.
Oh, Stravos is bonking quite a bit.
Yeah, maybe it's the nerves.
I mean, this is single elimination. Once you lose a match, you are out of the tournament at this point. So it is kind of a thing.
Let's get the moon clip there.
Players are so consistent at that moon clip now. Like, it used to be just like kind of a YOLO thing, I feel like, for a lot of players, but now I see a lot of people just getting it like every time or close to every time.
Yeah, I mean, it is consistent, you know, if you know what you're doing.
Like LightRon with a 88.9% consistency out of it, like that's pretty good. Stravos sitting at 72%, both of them notching another one here today. Well, LightRon is so close, literally one blowy Joey room behind. This dude is not giving up.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that people get wrong with the moon clip is not being close enough to the wall. Alright. Both of them are having pretty good Snow Kingdom so far ahead. Both of them had good luck with the Spinies. Stravos had good Goombas. These Goombas can heck you over sometimes, because if one of them dies, then they don't respawn until you either leave the room or die.
Yep.
So if you accidentally kill one of the Goombas, you either have to leave the room or intentionally kill yourself.
Yep. Believe it or not, both those are incredibly slow. I mean, that's part of the reason why Goomba vectoring is so scary to me. It does save quite a bit, but just a lot of risk. This Stravos nails Snowdram.
Roll cancel bounce. Great globe. But Strav also did it with no setup, so that's going to save him, you know, half a second there.
.31 exit from Strav. See how the Snowdram goes for LightRon.
LightRon is doing the setup, so that's going to lose him a half second over Strav. Did get it first try.
Yeah, Menace, I think that is it. I would let you know what it is, but I do not remember off the top of my head. It should be on the league page.
Alright, looks like there was about a 39-second difference between Stravos and LightRon leaving Snow. Strav has made a little bit of time over LightRon because he was like 25-30 seconds behind last I checked.
Yeah, I'm glad you checked because I totally forgot to watch LightRon's after I brought it up for Stravos, the classic.
Yeah, that's happened to me before too, so. Alright, let's see how Stravos does here with fish and dips. Okay, did make it out of bounds. Let's see if he can stay out of bounds. Stravos' last race that I commentated, he mentioned that he was having some consistency with the number of bonks he was going for with the fish and dips, but looks like he was able to nail it down well enough to get it on this race. LightRon did not get his fish and dips attempt, so that is going to cost him a couple of seconds over Stravos. Unfortunate there. You could almost see on his face when he missed it. He's like, oh, dang. I don't know if dang is the word he'd use. I don't know what any expletives in French are, but...
Okay, I found the thing. It's in the chat room.
What thing?
I will also add that to the league page so nobody gets confused. I always forget to add the, like, prize pool distribution to things.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Prize money is one of those things where it's like, it's really nice to have because, like, you know, hype and give something to the runners and stuff, but, like, it's also one of my least favorite parts to manage. Like...
Fair. How much does fish and dip saves? Like 3 seconds, maybe?
Fish and dips, I think, saves like 6. I think it depends on, obviously, the setup you go for, but I think double bonk setup saves 6 seconds if you do it, like, perfectly. I'm not sure, though.
Stravos' initial movement wasn't the most optimal out of bounds, so I don't think it would save him the full one. Okay, Stravos is going for the regular Luncheon Kingdom, not going for Spiritless. It's very interesting, you know, to not see him go for Spiritless. We have seen him in other races not go for it as well.
LightRon having trouble with Salt Triple. This is not the trick you want to be having trouble with right now. Oh, man. Oh, LightRon. That's a heart crusher. Now, the question is, right, does LightRon go for Spiritless here? I think he's gotta. I don't think there's any universe where LightRon can't.
Right.
Like...
I think if he wants to win, he has to.
Yeah, because otherwise you're like, oh, Stravos definitely gonna, like, die on mech or something, like, which is, like, probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, he's going for it. Okay.
Yeah, so it does get the Spirit Skip portion, which has gotta feel good, but after that Salt Triple mishap, like, gotta be a little bit sour.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you have mistakes, you know, you just gotta recover from it and brush it off because you still got more game to play, and you know, you want to play your best game throughout the rest of the run.
Yeah, for sure.
LightRon getting that spin throw on the 5 notes, that is not an easy thing to do. Don't try the home kits.
Pretty much every single thing these guys are doing in this game is not easy to do. Like, literally I'll like watch anything and I'm like, wow, that looks cool. And then like, I'll go and play the game and I'm like, I'm gonna try to do a spin pound. Like, it just does not work and I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I'm spin pound's one of them. You know, these guys probably spin pound in their sleep. They do things so much.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not something you'd think is that difficult just looking at it, but it definitely is not the easiest portion.
Alright, yeah, so we do see them both in Fork's room. However, with them doing the 2 different routes, you have to bear that in mind. So don't think now we're suddenly like almost even.
Oh, come on. I want to fake hype. Come on. Neck and neck. Totally.
I'm not gonna lie.
There's Allison just like the angel on the shoulder, and I'm like the devil. I just want the hype. I just want the canned hype. I just want the chat to get excited. That's all I'm here for.
I mean, I want them to get excited too, but I don't want to lie to get that.
Fine. You won't lie.
LightRon is doing spiritless luncheon, so that's why he's moving this turnip on over here.
Yeah, doing quite a good job at it, honestly. Like, this is going to be a nice chunk of time save for LightRon.
Yeah, he had good turnip movements there. That's not easy movement to do.
We really have one big hurdle left, though, right? So we got to do Invisiblock jump, which...
Yep.
A bit scary, but I think LightRon has it in him.
I think he does too. No, Stravos opted to not attempt spiritless. He didn't miss the jump, he just didn't attempt it at all.
Fun fact, I'm looking into the stats for the next match, and Dansta and Eek have the same average time in the league, apparently, which is kind of crazy.
Ooh, that is a fun fact.
Very strange. Hopefully that's not like yesterday where I wrote that both two people had the same best time in the league, and then I went and looked back at my notes that I got from Matthew and was like, well, that's not right. Just baiting the commentators. Cool. But yeah, here's a pretty good comparison of how easy Spirit full route is compared to Spiritless. LightRon having to do that Invisiblock jump, which is quite difficult, as Stravos just claims an absolutely free multi-moon for shaking some meat.
Twitching meat, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it says twitch the meat. That's what it says. Look it up. I'm serious.
I'm sure you are. This is it's a very strange thing to prompt your gamers to do, I'm not gonna lie.
And also, fun fact about twitching the meat, it tells you to do that, but it does not allow you to twitch it using motion controls. You have to use the joystick.
Yeah, that is very
strange. You
strange.
think motion controls would work, but it doesn't.
Quite odd.
Alright, looks like 42-52 exit from Stravos. LightRon here has to get his final moon at this timer challenge. Alright, I'm gonna check to see what LightRon's exit is here. Alright, 43-39, which is about a 48-49 second difference. Alright, we are now in the Ruined Kingdom, which means we are in the Urban Arts Kingdom. We were just talking about this game's prize pool, and that is sponsored by Urban Arts. They are an excellent organization that helps underprivileged students get into careers into video and web design. If you want to learn more about them, type !UA in the chat. They are an excellent organization and proud sponsors of this tournament.
Very true. You could also follow the racers too, that'd be pretty cool.
Yep, you could do that.
I think both these racers are criminally underrated in terms of, you know, how much support they get on Twitch. Not sure what's wrong. Maybe we just need to shout them out more often. Question mark. Maybe it's our fault.
Yeah, Stravos96, LightRon, drop them follows. They both deserve it. Absolutely. And if you want to see, you know, people have excellent SMO gameplay, they are a great place to go to. Yep, this is the Dark Souls boss. Rune Kingdom is kind of the calm before the storm. It's very consistent, same every time. You get 4 free hearts just sitting there for you. So it's that break that gamers can get, especially when they're on pace before they head into the gauntlet of Bowser's and Moon Kingdom. You know, if you make it through Luncheon, which is very hard in and of itself, you know, gives you a little bit of a breather before you get into Bowser's. Well, Ruined is an auto-scroller, yes. Because of that, you know, gamers don't have to worry about optimizing every single movement because there's those in-between phases that you can't do anything about. So you just get to do whatever you want.
Yeah, I definitely think that auto-scroller is a bit of a stretch. It is heavily cycle-based, and there's much time in between each cycle, though. Alright, Stravos here starting out in Bowser's.
Our first challenge will be getting up to the shards. This ogre does provide you with the first story moon, however, it is not considered a difficult part of the run.
Definitely manageable.
All you have to do is ground pound on his head, and he explodes. That's it.
I think if there's a new shards that's discovered, and instead of calling it new shards, we should just call it super shards.
Is LightRon dropping frames, or is that just for me?
That's just a LightRon streaming moment.
Okay. Okay, I think LightRon's having a little bit of a prey there for a second. You know, we can throw some blesses in the chat.
Yeah, we're on it. Don't worry. The tech team is currently supercharging LightRon's internet connection. We are locked into the
You know, they're
mainframe.
driving all the way to France.
Oh, they're already on site. Don't worry. We have.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, we have cool cat technicians all across every country in the world. Pretty awesome.
Perfect.
Yep.
Stravos scared me there, a little half second, but we're fine.
Yeah, it sure would be a travesty if Stravos were to take a tumble and, you know, die somewhere on this level. That would be really, really rough.
Why don't I believe you? Is it the inflection of your voice, or the fact that you told me you're basically a simp for LightRon?
I mean, okay. It's not only that I'm a simp for LightRon, I'm also a simp for, you know, nail-biter content. Nail-biter Twitch races.
I see.
That is a great question, Brim. I don't know anybody who doesn't simp for LightRon. Like, if you have beef with LightRon, I feel like you have beef with the entire Super Mario Odyssey community. My impression...
I mean, I don't have any beef with LightRon. I got no problem with the guy, but... Proper fight. You know, Nintendo basically decided to make him harder just by adding more hats.
Yeah, just give him more hats. Just to... You didn't have enough.
As Dangers once said, everyone knows that the greater amount of hats, the greater amount of difficulty.
Very true.
Everyone knows that.
Our level increases exponentially with each added hat.
Exactly. You get it.
That's true. I'm definitely not out of the woods yet.
Yep,
Give
we
us-
still got the mech fight.
we have a severe underselling of how difficult the mech fight is as the league has gone on, which is funny because I think we've literally seen races where runners fall off the mech and like are running around on the ground.
Yep.
Like the good old
Yep,
days.
that's happened. That has happened, but at these runners' levels, no one really ever expects them to fall off.
Certainly. Yeah, and
Even though we've made the strats harder over time.
when they do fall off, it's very, very rare that they'll panic to the point where they die as well. Like, it used to be quite frequent for, like, even top-level runners to, like, fall off mech and then lose their cool and then end up running into the mech and dying or something, or getting hit by one of the spinning ring things, but yeah, these dudes have been playing a bit of Mario Odyssey. We'll see if Stravos has it in him on this pace, on this pressure situation, to make this happen. Very clean climb. Good start for Stravos.
Good start.
Looking very calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah, that last dive you have to be careful not to get stuck on those ears, because I have seen people, and it's not uncommon to bonk on those ears of the mechs. You gotta make sure that you're to the left. Okay, so interesting here.
Oh! Stravos is not on the ground. What is going on? I think we were trying to go like safety mode there. Take it easy on Topper, and suddenly LightRon looking in a much better situation. Stravos gonna have to climb up here, getting hit by a ball. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, he's malding. He's malding.
No, Stravos.
Stravos is having an absolute time right now.
And LightRon is on the final hit here. Just has to do Harriet and
no, he has
target
2
acquired.
hits left.
Yep. Suddenly this race is extremely close. If LightRon hits TA here, that is huge. And LightRon hits TA. All right.
Okay, this race is now much closer.
Okay.
Oh my god.
My goodness.
Stravos, I don't even know like what happened there yet. Looked like you were just trying to play safe and do a really safe backup, and then you just fell straight off. Oh my god. Chaos Dive ruined your TA setup. And you didn't back it up. Yeah. Yeah, you're back up there. You kept get hitting by the bombs coming out of the mech, and it was something.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure is on for both players now. I mean, obviously, LightRon looking a little bit pleased.
Yeah,
has been thrown a lifeline.
Probably happier now. Yep. Probably coming into the mech fight, he knew that there was probably a low chance of him winning. But now, with that mistake that Stravos had on mech, he does have a chance. He is still behind, but it's recoverable.
Yeah, we're literally in like Hail Mary 2DSS's like kind of worth it territory in terms of timing. Like, I'm not sure if that's something in LightRon's arsenal.
I don't even know if
like,
LightRon knows how to do 2DSS.
Might as well learn real quick. Might as well learn real quick. You never know.
Alright, so it looks like LightRon is 8 seconds behind Stravos. So Strav essentially has 8 seconds to play with. You know, a moon cave skip mishap, a missed hit on Bowser, anything like that could turn the tides here. Yeah, all LightRon needs is 2DSS, yeah. Yep, he needs 2DSS first try. I don't think I've ever seen him do 2DSS before though, so I'm not even sure if he knows how to do it. He might, but
Regardless, this is what we call a close race. Like you're saying, even just one miss on Mooncave Skip is going to be huge here potentially. Moon is not the easiest kingdom. It's very easily overlooked. There's not a whole lot going on. You just kind of run across it, do Mooncave Skip, and you're good to go. But here we go, Mooncave Skip going for one wall. Oh, and a bonk from Stravos.
Oh my
LightRon
God.
suddenly slightly in the lead here. Can he connect? Oh, and a bonk from LightRon. No, what is happening?
LightRon has thrown his opportunity here. Oh my God.
Did
Stravos
Stravos
has died
die?
on Mooncave Skip. He has died. He died.
Is LightRon
Oh my
about to
God.
do this?
It's possible. And for a second there, I thought LightRon blew his opportunity to win when he missed the Mooncave Skip on the first try. But with Stravos' death there, now he has opened the door wide open, having to go all the way back to the Odyssey. He's giving LightRon a lot of time here. This is a very, very rare mistake from Stravos. You never see this.
Yeah, that is absolutely bananas. I mean, LightRon knocking down the doors here on the Cathedral and knocking on the doors of one of the biggest upsets in SMO Any % history. This dude, I don't know, if LightRon makes this happen here, I do not ever want to hear again anybody saying that upsets don't happen in SMO, Mario in general. Like, this is crazy.
No one ever, like I said, Stravos notoriously consistent. No one would ever expect him to not only fall off of mech, but also die on Mooncave Skip in the same run. Like, no one would ever predict that.
No. I mean, that's just the human element, right? Like, anything can happen in a race. It's been said a million times, but this is like the personification of it right here.
And right now, for LightRon to win, all he has to do is basically stay alive.
That final cycle here. I mean, this has got to be the most stressful Bowser fight of your life. I mean, most runners will, at this level, will not have any issues with this fight, but like, I don't know, keeping your cool in this moment right now is very impressive. LightRon managing to get through the fight with no issues. Stravos doing the same, but unfortunately, you know, a little bit behind now.
Strav 2DSS, I mean, if he wants to win, he might have to. I don't even think it would be enough, though.
Yeah, LightRon's going to have some serious errors happening here in the final moments.
Yeah, LightRon would probably have to die, right, Eek? Okay. So LightRon is on sub-hour pace, Stravos is not. Both of them were on sub-hour pace until Strav died on the Mooncave Skip.
Are those words you can even use in that order? Strav died on Mooncave Skip?
I know, like,
having a
it
hard
sounds
time
crazy
comprehending
even
that.
saying it, right? Like, I never expected those words to come out of my mouth.
Sounds like something you write in like the fan fiction, the commentator fan fiction, when you're like building up to the end of the race. You're like, all right, I know this guy's like 40 seconds behind, but Stravos could die on Mooncave Skip. But here we are, LightRon into the cat jam sequence. This is intense. Most intense jamming of my life.
Alright, this is it. Remember, this is single elimination. Okay, Stravos did try to go for 2DSS there, did not get it. Invisible, I mean, anything can happen. You know, we have seen players get Invisible, but we've also seen players recover from Invisible without dying.
Yeah, Stravos trying to go for the desperation 2DSS here, but not working out, and wouldn't have been enough anyways, as LightRon is about to do the final splashes here. No Invisible in sight. LightRon about to close things out with a sub-hour and moving on to the semifinals. I cannot believe what I just said.
Yeah, you might want to take a clip of that.
I'm pinching myself right now, honestly. Like, this is the upset nobody expected.
G, you can see the excitement on LightRon's face. He's taking the win here in these playoffs against Stravos with the 59-38.
Remarkable. I mean, it's hard to say, like, you know, like Stravos is gonna be getting out of the tournament here, which is unfortunate, right? I mean, I was saying it earlier, Stravos probably the expected player we see in the finals versus Tyrone, and getting knocked out round one, like, we've had some heavy hitters knocked out already. I mean, Dancy yesterday, now Stravos. Like that is crazy.
I know,
They've been around
like I
forever.
said before, I like the Cinderella story, and maybe LightRon can be our Cinderella story.
We got a few Cinderellas left at the tournament. Like, I'm excited.
All right, Stravos is still finishing with a great run. However, you know, it is his worst run of the league, which saying that of a 1-0, you know, just sounds crazy, but 10042 for Stravos96. I'm just flabbergasted.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you never expect it till it happens, and then it's here. And you're like, what do I do? What do I say? Like, how do I feel about this? I got the layouts all messed up. I'm shaking. I don't know how the players
take a
feel.
breath. Imagine how LightRon feels.
I can't imagine. But we're gonna find out, because I think both of them are gonna be down for an interview.
They're in the booth. They're both in the booth.
Epic. All right, we'll get them in here then.
All right, welcome into the booth, LightRon and Stravos96. You gave us an incredible race. First, I want to say, LightRon, congratulations on your win. How are you feeling right now?
A bit weird, to be honest. Like, I'm really happy about my race. Like, I wanted to get a Sabah for playoff, and I got it. And I got sloppy mistakes, but there wasn't a big one in this one. But yeah, I was expected to lose, and when I saw we were almost tied out of Bowser, I was really nervous. When I missed, I got a mode skip second try. I was like, oh man.
Right.
I threw it, my bad. And then when I saw the death, I was like, oh my god. Okay. I should be able to do it, but I was really nervous with the heat and the stress. It was really hard to play. But yeah.
Well, you pulled it out, and you will be moving on to the next round. Stravos, you also played a great run. What were you thinking when you came into Bowser's, and what happened on Mech?
Yeah, so with Mech, you know, it's kind of an auto-scroller, just routine stuff, you know, you don't really think too much. And then I got a Chaos Dive on top of Mech and just did not back it up properly. I treated it almost like dark side strats with low gravity, except I didn't have low gravity, so I couldn't do what I wanted.
I see, okay.
So yeah, I just never have to deal with that. But anyway, I was still ahead. It was still gonna
Yeah, you were
be
8
fine.
seconds ahead.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just, you know, it's hot here. I'm sweaty. And after that mistake, you know, that makes me nervous, and I'm sweating even more, and I just couldn't play very well anymore, and something went really wrong with Moonskip. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, as you say that, like, I know I personally have been in a situation where it's been like, you know, 90 to 100 degrees in my room, and I'm trying to speedrun. It just doesn't work. I don't know how hot it is there, but personal AC
I have to clean
unit.
my controller. It's my controller is sweaty. I have to clean it. I could not play very well.
If you could treat yourself with one of those window ACs, they will change your life. They can be kind of expensive, though. I'm not gonna lie.
But either way, GG to LightRon. I mean, he played the way he needed to play to have a chance to beat me, and you know, I screwed up. And you know, let's see how far he can continue to go. If he keeps doing runs like that, he can definitely win against anyone but Tyrone. Obviously, he's still waiting for those mistakes, but it's possible. It's absolutely possible. Anything
And
sub-hour is good enough.
Yeah, and LightRon, how do you feel moving forward in this tournament?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to focus on consistency again, and yeah.
And as Strav said,
yeah,
you know, you need to play as great as you did today, you know.
Yeah.
And you've shown you can do it.
I'm gonna try my best. Thanks.
All right, beautiful stuff. We do have to wrap things up rather quickly. Thank you guys for, you know, being on time, on par. We had a little bit of scheduling debacle today, but Jambo versus Eek will be coming up in about 5 minutes. So everybody take a quick break, get a snack, get a drink, and be back here in 5 minutes for Eek versus Jambo. See you guys then.